Welcome to Inferno Classic for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. This is going to be a blind first play. Despite the fact this campaign is 20 years old, I have never touched it. I did voice acting work for the 20th anniversary re-release, portraying both Allied Command and untranslated Vasudin. So you're going to hear a lot of me, although I won't sound like me for most of it. Many years after the second coming of the Shivans, the GTVA completed the Melia project and opened a gateway back to the Sol system, but instead of being greeted, the expedition that was sent to re-establish contact was wiped out by a new faction, the Earth Alliance. 8 months later, the GTVA has decided that the civil war between Terrans must end, and that the EA must surrender or be destroyed. So this is obviously a different interpretation of re-establishing contact with Earth and Blue planets. Let's go to the first mission.
This is Admiral Ramsey, commander of the GTCA Independence, flagship of the 4th Fleet. I'd like to welcome the new pilots transferred here for our renewed operations against the Earth Alliance.
What is that model?
8 months ago, the Sol Gate was completed and powered up for the first time. Instead of a warm welcome, we were greeted by the guns of an Earth Alliance fleet. The EA, which formed after the destruction of the only jump node from Sol, is a hostile, expansionist force hell-bent on conquering GTVA systems. The Alliance has already taken Delta Serpentis and its adjunct, Ross 128.
Oh boy, did we just shut down the portal?
Leading the charge into EA space will be the 4th Fleet, headed by the Independence herself. Since popular opinion is headed against this conflict, the Security Council has urged us to bring as swift a resolution as possible.
Well, we'll have to try, won't we?
The Vasudins have thus far kept a respectful distance from the political and military proceedings surrounding this conflict. However, the Imperium recently began to openly oppose the civil war in the Security Council. This has spawned certain divisions between Terran and Vasudin forces in the Alliance. As if to make matters worse, Vasudin Central Intelligence is investigating a group of rogue Vasudins, led by former Admiral Nu, who have voiced their support for the EA.
What do they think the Earth Alliance will do when it reaches Vasudin
The
space?
GTVA's first priority is to retake Delta Serpentis and our assets in that system. Once our fleet is in position there, we can strike at Ross 128, and eventually Sol itself. You are currently authorized to use the GTF Vesuvius Advanced Space Superiority Fighter, an all-round vessel that has been in service for many years. The Vesuvius is the standard tactical craft used by Terran forces in the Alliance. You will also get standard weapons including the Subak HL-12, Prometheus cannon, and Shocker and Hornet missiles. Familiarize yourselves with the specs in the holotech room.
Alright, let's continue.
At 13:15 hours, 2 EA cruisers, the EAC Redavi and the EAC Ryolin, entered the Beta Aquilae system and were recorded to have authorized EA patrollers to begin recon missions.
Oh boy. Brotherly Feud is the mission.
GTVA Command has deployed the GTCv Carolina to force the 2 cruisers back into Delta Serpentis. Alpha Wing, you're riding shotgun with the Carolina in this operation. Your primary objective is to defend the corvette. If the EA refuses to go back through to Delta Serpentis, you are authorized to use force against all EA assets.
Alright, primary, protect the GTCv Carolina, and secondarily neutralize any hostile threat. So we're stuck on this silly looking thing. Silly looking lopsided thing. Subak HL-12, level 4 hull, level 3 shield. Level 5 hull, level 4 shield. Standard issue fire and forget. I wonder if Hornets are any better in this. Probably not. Let's commit. Alright, let's get in there and get rid of those beams.
GTCv Carolina here. Alpha Wing, assume escort positions. Let's see if we can intimidate these guys back to Delta Serpentis.
I doubt it. We wouldn't have a mission then.
EA warships, you are trespassing in GTVA-controlled space. Break off your advance and return at Delta Serpentis at once, or face the consequences.
You don't seem to be advancing, sir.
GTVA vessels. This is the EAC Redavi. Take your self-righteous posturing elsewhere. We will not comply with your demands.
So be it, Radami. Alpha Weapon, you are clear to go weapons hot against all enemy vessels.
Going weapons hot.
Carolina, we will destroy the hub. Enemies inbound with weapons hot.
Hello.
Has been destroyed. Bandit behind you, sir.
Excellent. Alright, no more bombers and more cruise fighters.
Support ship is being deployed. Stand by. Nice shooting, pilot. Additional threats now on radar.
The EAC reunit has been neutralized. Watch out for the blast.
Another wave of claymores jumping in, Alpha.
Another 2 wings of peregrines have arrived off our starboard flanks.
Oh boy.
Rearming complete, sir. You're good to go. Terror wing is down.
We have taken moderate damage to our systems. We need more cover, Alpha.
Copy, Carolina. How about you get the hell out of here? Like, you accomplished your mission. The Cougars are dead.
Ship in transit.
Alright, no hostiles on
Dialogue
scope.
has been destroyed.
Enemies inbound with weapons hot.
Me and my big mouth. Alright.
Target is locked. Beginning assault.
Get them, boys. If they're all coming from the node, we might as well be over there.
Rearming complete, sir. You're good to go. history.
Secondary
All
objective
hostile
complete.
ships have been neutralized. Aquitaine, you are cleared to jump in.
Aquitaine.
This is the GTD Aquitaine. Well done, people. Carolina, resume your watch. Alpha Wing, you are authorized to return to base.
GTD Isolus. Oh, Alt J. We're not returning to it. We're not going to its hangar bay. All right. Let's jump.
Well done, pilots. The EAC Radavi, the EAC Ryolin, and their fighter escorts were destroyed. However, this incursion may be just the tip of the iceberg. With supplies and warships flooding into Delta Serpentis from Sol, it's quite clear that the EA has a full-scale war in mind. Our next steps are clear. The GTVA is readying its assets to push further into EA-controlled space.
Alright, no recommendations. 9 total kills with 1 assist. 3 Claymores, 5 Peregrines, and 1 EAC Eclipse. So, this was Brotherly Feud, the first mission of Inferno. The classic campaign for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. This is Paladin Gaming signing off.